Good morning everyone, my name is Chris from Two-Headed Wolf Gaming and welcome back to Fronts of Britannia, our East Engle campaign. In the last episode, we battled the armies of Mirs who sallied out against us and we really did a number on them, decimating them to very little troops. It's going to make it very easy for us to take over the town. Also, at the beginning of this turn, I was given a choice for our General Gunnar, who is truly a lion among men. He is a living example for others to follow. If only every one of your retainers was as strong, then all of your problems would melt away like the setting sun at the end of a long day. So I had the choice to whether to celebrate our heroes and get minus or +3 morale to our armies, or to make a show of strength, which would give us +3 public order to all our regions. So I decided to go with the public order bonus because we had quite a few problems in regards to that. So I will use the king over here to just take over this town. I won't fight it anymore, there's no point to it, I'll just auto-resolve it. We even had a reinforcing army for them being enemies, like the enemy of our enemy is our friend. So we occupied it. Mirs is vanquished, which is really good news for us. We had a good opportunity, although they became quite weaker, but we had a good opportunity to take them out early on. We've gained a few traits, like our king now understands strategy, which gives us +1 to command and +1 to influence. We gain a few other traits as well, but if we look here, we just need one more point in order for us to have enabled our night battles. This is going to be very useful in fighting two armies that are reinforcing each other, and I will show you when we get to it. For this army, I will actually... What I'm gonna do is move them up here. I'm gonna place them inside this town. If we take a look, let's repair these buildings. I'm wondering what this faction has. Well, they have only the two towns, but they're a vassal of Northumbria, the faction that we will need to go to war with pretty soon. If we want to go to our west, Helirborg, does he have any? Helirborg does not have any allies right now, and he has a bunch of enemies, mostly from the south. So we might really be able to push inland and take their territories. I think this will be our next target. And I think that is a pretty good idea. I will start marching this army pretty soon over to their border and maybe bring our king over to this way, but for now I'll just retreat him more inland to do a bit of replenishment on supplies. As we can see right now, he only has free supplies, which is very low. If we take a look at this army, he has quite a good amount of supplies, and the small army over here, I would like to, they've gained quite a few supplies as well, but I would like to increase their numbers. I would like to build this army up. So what I'm going to do right now is just add one more bow infantry so they can replenish along the way. Governance available, we have Linden Siege now open for a governor. If we take a look at it, we can see that they're good as far as cash goes. It's gonna be an economic town with all these buildings over here, like most of the towns on the coast to our east at least. Let's put a governor in. Take a look at our family. One of our sons, or the other son of ours, the one that is not an heir, now is able to become a general or a governor? Well, he's mostly governors oriented, so I will just do that. I will add him here so he can level up, so he can gain a bit more power and knowledge. We should also find a wife for him. So if we take a look right now, and let's go to the diplomacy map actually. Let's check a few. Maybe they have
I hope you repay my
a
hospitality
wife.
with fair.
Let's see what we have
Sit.
available over
Have
here
some ale.
pretty quickly.
Tell me why you're
A
here.
wasteful wife, we don't want that.
I hope you repay my hospitality.
I may be open to persuasion. Speak.
A wise one, but it will provide us less loyalty, and being that our
Sit.
brother is our
Have
heir,
some
we don't
ale.
want any kind of
Your
realm
visit
divide.
is most welcome.
We do have a wife here that is educated. She's 16. Oof. Medieval times, right? But I think they were betrothed until they were 18 and then they were married. Apparently this proposal is excessive as well, so let's try to ask for some money. Like if we go like this, that is, they say, sufficient. Okay, I think 2100 is about enough.
This is acceptable.
Great. So now we have an educated wife, which provides us with a bit more research bonuses and governance, and we also gain quite a little bit of money. For our governor over here, I'm just gonna keep building him up for economy. Berfrun, which is our new commander, actually keeps having low loyalty. I am not gonna spend any money on him right now. I don't think he will do anything crazy at this moment. So if we start upgrading some of these buildings, it consumes us a lot of food, but it also will provide us a little bit more money. So we gain 15 more food if we build these buildings, or 20 more over here, but it's gonna increase our upkeep. Yeah, let's do that. Let's upgrade we're going to build a grain silo over here, which provides us with 20 more food, meaning bigger armies, and we'll have to look up to improving our economy as well. And with that, let's end the turn. Let's see what happens next. I'm really wondering what I should be doing, if I should start pushing over to the nearby territories, start sacking them. Like, I believe we would get about 200% more income from raiding, and I think also sacking, so we might want to put some time into just doing that, just raiding land instead of capturing it. But I'll see where we're at. There we have some raiders. Okay, so we have an army of raiders here to the north.
Can't be done.
And we have a new army of raiders here to the south. This might be quite dangerous for us if we don't protect our territories. So I'll move Gunnar over here, I'll move him to the coast. Hopefully they will not go for our lands, but you never know. We gained another 10 food. Let's put another axe unit over into this army. We've also received more than you bargained for. All the showy grandstanding you have undertaken is making your neighbors, friends and rivals alike, justifiably nervous. Expect there to be consequences when it comes time to talk of treaties. So for 6th turn, we get a major diplomatic penalty towards all other factions. I guess they're fearing our expansion. For the king over here, I'll march himself as well. But maybe I should keep him around. Actually, let's march himself. Let's see what these raiders will do if they're gonna approach us with the intention of, you know, taking our territories over, or if we can just relax. We'll see where they move. Let's end another turn. So they've declared war on us. The Norman over here didn't. So there is a chance. That they will start raiding these territories and not approach ours. Okay, let's move this army south. Like, it seems like they're heading somewhere around here. They might take these territories or maybe come to this port. We will have to see. We finished developing defensive tactics, which increases the effectiveness of our shields on sword and axe infantry. Yes. Let's look at our technology. Like, we could get an upgrade for our swords. We have quite a few of those, but we don't really have the money to upkeep the new trainees. We could go for armored archers, which might be good. On civic there's nothing new. What I'm going to do is actually invest a little bit of time into horse breeding, like giving us that extra cavalry charge, maybe even add these +6 melee skills to our cav, just so they can become a little bit more destructive. Berfran's still on low loyalty. Knut over here, our governor, level up once more. He has a bit of governance. I'll add a scribe to him, giving us a point in governance and extra income. For the money we have, like, let's start upgrading, since our public order is quite good. Even without the current event, we will still have +3. So what I want to do is to upgrade the salt, let's building a brine spring, to a salt pan, which provides us a little bit more salt for export and a little bit more money. So let's just do that in ECX, one of our most, or the most profitable city we have available right now. Our king moved a little more south. And on the day of the recording this episode, Total War Troy actually came out, which is a game I'm interested in. It's still one of those saga games, a smaller title with a bit more or with less budget, but it looks pretty interesting to me. I'm willing to give any game a go as long as it seems like it's interesting. We finished building a water mill over here, which should provide us 10% more food, 10% more income from farms, and a few more tradable goods. We didn't gain that much. To be honest, I expected a little bit more from building it. But unfortunately that wasn't the case. Our army over here is gaining supplies pretty well. I like that. They are coming more to the south. Like, would they be able to sack this territory? I think they would. But we wouldn't be able to intercept them. I'm curious, what will they do? Will they come over here or will they come over here?
We pledge your service.
If I try to go in town, I won't be able to. I'm just gonna put this army here and try to respond to what he will be doing on his turn. I think that's about it for now. Like, we don't have enough money to do anything, so let's keep another turn and see what happens. Like, these raiders don't have the most high qualitative armies, but it can catch you off guard, appearing all of a sudden from the coast. And fortunately for us, there's only one that declared war.
Success is rewarded.
Pitchforks to spears. A band of farmers has come forward asking to leave their crops for the battlefield. Keeping them will not be without cost, so we can give them 1,000 gold and we'll get 4 spear infantry. We can decree aid, which decreases our influence but will provide us those 4 spear infantry. Melt down tools, which will give us the 4 spear infantry, but it will decrease our income from industry. We don't have that much industry, or we can do nothing. I don't think there's any need for spearmen. Like, we're trying to keep the spearmen only for the flanks. We're using axemen and sword infantry.
Can't be done.
So they've come over to this territory. I'm guessing they're gonna go.
Fit and ready.
I'm not gonna fight them on water because I'm not really good at naval battles. So if they're gonna attack this town, I'm gonna leave this army over to this place.
We're ready.
If they're gonna land, then it's gonna be a lot better for me because I can just straight up attack him. As far as the army composition, it's pretty good.
You can rely on
Average is not impressive, but it will do for now. I want to bolster the forces of this army as well. What I will do is bring in one more cav unit, but we don't really have the money for it. Man, choices. Let's take a look at what's our second richest territory. Suffolk over here. They've got a lot of public order bonuses, but they don't really have any buildings to upgrade. So other than ECX with the salt cellar over here, there's nothing we could do. But let's build like the salt cellar. It will provide us with a bit more income on commerce. The public order penalty will stay the same, so will the salt production, but we will gain a plus 15% income from salt building chains in all our regions. So we're upgrading this building to produce more salt production, and we will build this one to give us more bonuses to salt production. I think that's pretty good for now. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the raiders will attack us and fight the battle if they do. Well, they did. So let's see, I think this will be a coastal battle. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see. Let's save and get onto the battlefield. Yes, it is. So what they'll probably do is deploy over here and start moving their ships to deploy on this side. What I want to do is move our troops from here and put them on the coast, like attack them one by one. Try not to give them enough space. I believe that cavalry units actually deploy on land as scout parties. So let's see, how do we do this? I'll move the archers over to here. And I really like this map. Quite pretty. Like, we have the homes over here. In the center, a bit of a fishing village, I imagine, or a mining one. I wonder if this corresponds to the map, like this would be the salt cellar, or the salt buildings, but it doesn't really look like it. I think it's only from Total War 3 Kingdoms that they've made a coordination between the buildings and the buildings you have built and the maps. Well, let's see. I'll move the shielded infantry over here. I'll keep the spearmen to the side if... I believe that I am right in saying that the cav will deploy on land. I'll move the long axemen over to here. Keep these cavalry in the back. And bring the king forward as well. Let's start the battle. Yep, they've got quite a few ships. I will bring our troops to the coast. I don't see any cav yet. But let's see, what are these units? So they have over here javelin man, some swords, some axe infantry, more swords, more axes, swords.
The enemy approaches.
I don't... Well, there they are. Just as I thought. So let's see. I'll try to keep them here, brace them, so to speak. Well, they don't seem to want to do that, so... Couldn't intercept them, but I believe that they'll be braced, which is perfect. Archers over here, I'll bring them to the back. Well, that wasn't a really good decision on the part of the AI. We've taken out their cav, let's bring our archers to the front, try to give them a little bit of a challenge as they land. Let's bring our infantry over to this side. I'll bring the cav somewhere here in the back, try to do some charges. They leave their javelin man exposed. They've gotten quite a few ships, so it is going to be a little bit of a battle, but we'll do our best. There are the Viking invaders.
State your orders.
Let's shoot them down.
They won't take us alive.
One mechanic that is... I think this is the first game that implemented it, is something called a critical hit. So there is a chance for the archers to get a lucky shot, so to speak, on these troops. Basically having an arrow go around their shield, right to the side of their shield, and maybe through their mask. Like one of those lucky shots. They're on skirmish mode, I should really take that out. Let's use our more upgraded axeman to attack his general. Let's intercept some of their other troops as well. Archers over here, I want you to fire on these spear units. Cav. Well, actually, what I'll do with the archers is attack some of their long axemen. Axemen over here, I want you to go forward. Bring our spearmen over here, bring our king into the fray of battle. Let's bring our cav to the back. Attack his javelin man, maybe do some hammer and anvil tactics. Let's stabilize the morale.
Our men have turned tail and run, the cowards!
Which ones? Ah, over here. Apparently these axemen got a bit decimated.
Horsemen, ride like the wind. The men have lost their nerve. Horsemen, crush them.
Let's charge over here. Let's use troops over to this side.
Move it, men. That's it.
Some swords, some more armored archers.
Quicken the pace. Bowmen.
The bowmen over here, I'm gonna bring them
Crush them.
to the side. Let's charge these troops as well.
Battle awaits. Got them. The troops surround. Quick now. Horsemen, ride harder. Stay down. Where's the fight?
Let's bring our king in the back over here.
Ride like the wind. Our men have rallied. Horsemen. And
Let's charge the back of these troops as well.
move it, men. Shields up. Our force will fall. Axemen. Steady, Axemen. Quicken the pace.
Now these troops, I don't know what they're doing or what they want to do. So that's doing a good job.
Bring that.
Let's stack over here.
Commander.
Since our troops seem to be breaking. Like, this is a tougher battle than I expected at first.
Archers. The men are running. Hasten yourselves. Battle orders. Drive your mounts. Crush them. Leave the field. Broken. Archers.
So they have these troops are tier 2, so that's why they fight so well.
Ready for war.
They've gotten quite a bit of expertise.
Horsemen. We can shift it.
Let's try to go back and charge their troops again.
Speed it up. Make haste. Quick now. Spearmen. With speed, warriors.
Their armored archers, they're tougher than what I first saw.
Ready for war. Spearmen.
The spearmen over here, they are shaken or casually, but they are fresh, so I'll just bring them over here.
Archers. Attack. Move it, men.
Let's charge in. Let's do another hammer over here. Let's retreat our cav here. Just prepare for another charge.
Battle orders.
I will do it. Increase our morale again. Bring these troops. Like, we have this in the back, but we've taken quite a few casualties. Like, these armies are no joke. I thought this battle would be a whole lot easier than I'm finding it out to be.
Fire on them. Our warriors rally.
As soon as we get our economy up again, maybe it would be a good idea to upgrade those archers as well.
Our men have turned tail and run. The cowards. Shift it. All right. Quick now.
Let's put more into the general over here.
Spearmen. Archers.
Let's shoot his general in the back. Let's attack them with flaming arrows to decrease their morale.
Bring that. Got them. Come on. Bowmen.
Put them on skirmish mode.
Target missiles. Make haste. Come on. Where's the fight? Spearmen. Bring that. Pull yourselves together, man.
We've got just some axemen left. There's a full unit of spears over here. Our cap broke. This king only has 11 more units. That is impressive to still be alive with so few troops. But we do have quite a few more troops still available. Fortunately, I don't think we've fully lost any unit. Good, they've broken. Let's try to kill out his king with the archers we have. And I'll just do a quick clean up over here. So is this Raider King? Well, was. That's about it. That's all the time we have for today. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in our next episode back on the map. Have a wonderful day.